Good morning. How are you today, yoga friends? Wonderful to see you again. Welcome to the Thursday practice. Let's go ahead and get on our mats and start. Hopefully I'll see a little comment from most of you so I know you're watching during this next hour or so. Backing up now, finding my mat. Let's move into the easy pose, cross-legged seated, or any position that's comfortable for you, as long as your back is straight. Do yourself the honor of straightening your back and lifting the top of your head up. Let the shoulders relax, let the arms be heavy on your knees or your legs, and you can turn the palms up if you want to indicate that you're open and accepting and receptive. Good morning to all of you. Close the eyes gently, focus on the breath, connect with your inner self. With each inhalation, imagine that you're breathing in health and happiness, strength, power, love, gentleness. With every exhalation, just let go of anything that does not serve you anymore. Any anger, any resentment, any hurt, any pain, any fear. Let it go with your exhalation. Let it leave your body. And inhale goodness, joy, strength, belief. Faith. Exhale, sorrow, weakness, pain, and fear. Beautiful. Let's bring the hands into prayer pose right in front of the heart and bow the head slightly. Take a moment to set your intention for today's practice. What do you hope you will achieve through your yoga today? What do you want to bring with you from your yoga into your life, into your daily life? Maybe it's a word, maybe it's a whole thought, maybe it's just a feeling. Whatever it is, lift it up now, send it up to heaven. Open your hands, breathe in as much as you can, expand your lungs, and then bring it back to your heart with gratitude, knowing that you will receive the gifts you asked for. Bow the head, and then lay the hands down in your lap, palm up, and let your head fall forward. Let's keep the back straight, shoulders over the hips. Just let the head fall forward, and let the neck feel a nice stretch in the back, from the back of the skull, where the muscles connect to the skull, at the bottom of the skull in the back, down towards your shoulder blades and your shoulders. Feel that nice stretch and breathe into it. And let's begin to move the chin along the collarbone from shoulder to shoulder very slowly. Whatever speed you're traveling at now, drop it by half. Slow it down. Allow yourself a moment to feel every strand of muscle and tendon in the back of the neck. If you find one particular place that has a lot of tension, you're certainly welcome to stop there and let it stretch a little bit as you breathe air into that spot that's talking to you. Remember, this is your practice. We're going to work at your pace. We're not going to go past our limits. We're not going to push ourselves too hard. We're more about awareness, acceptance, and breathing, and alignment. All of those things that help us be better adapted to face the day with strength, with resilience, with love, with patience. All right, let's bring that chin all the way to your right shoulder and lift the face. Adjust your posture, make sure your shoulders are back and down, lift your heart or your sternum up. And as your jawline is more or less parallel to the floor, take a few breaths in and out. And then drop the chin down, and we'll go back to our side-to-side motion, slowly feeling every part of the back of the neck. Let's go to the other shoulder now, to the left shoulder. Lift the face. The jawline is more or less parallel to the floor. And breathe 3 deep breaths in and out. Drop the face, chin to the collarbone, back and forth. Allow the head to sit right in the middle, and then round the back and drop the shoulders. Allow the head to be so heavy. You feel the pull farther than we did before, down towards the mid-back. Breathing softly now. Stack the vertebrae, bring the face up to a level position, hands to heart center, prayer pose. Push it up, breathe in, bring it down, exhale. Push it up, breathe in, exhale, bring it down. This time we reach up, look up, wiggle the fingers and blink the eyes a lot. Exhale strongly, inhale strongly. Keep wiggling those fingers. And now we're going to let the right hand drop down. Watch it drop. Leave it to the shoulder level. Keep wiggling your fingers. Look up. Let the left hand come down. Both arms are straight out now. Stretch the fingers wide. Breathe in. Exhale, the left hand comes up and wrap it around your head. Let the fingers touch your ears. Stretch through the back of the arm into the shoulder blade and into the side of the ribs. Keep the other arm straight out at shoulder length. 3 breaths in and out. Unwind that arm, stretch it straight out from the shoulder. Let the other arm wind around. 3 breaths in and out. Unwind the arm. Let's do it one more time. Wrap the left arm around your head. Feel the ear in your fingertips. Tilt your head slightly towards your straight arm and breathe. Straighten it out. Other arm, wrap it around. Feel the ear in your fingertips. Tilt your head slightly towards the arm that's straight. Breathe. Bring the hands together in front of your chest. Arms are straight, fingertips touching, crisscross the thumbs. Bow your head, keep your back straight. Shift your shoulders forward. Breathe. 3 breaths, that's 1. 2. And 3. Open the arms wide, all the way back. Lift the face, squeeze your shoulder blades back there. Breathe, 3 breaths. Close the hands. Bend the elbows, bring the elbows together, lift it up and sink it down. Lift it up, breathe in, sink it down. Lift it up, sink it down, exhale, lift it up, breathe in, sink it down. 3 more times. Arms, push it straight out like you're pushing the walls away. Push it, leave your fingers pointing upwards. Stretch your wrists. And then let it, the walls are coming back in. Push it, pushing away, but they're coming back in. Push it forward. Hands are like rakes, straight up. Fingers are wide. Breathe. Drop the hands. Keep the shoulders and arms aligned. Drop the hands down. Breathe. Straight down. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale, push it down. Inhale, up. Exhale, push it down. Inhale, up. Push it down. All right, shake those arms out. Good work. Bring one across, grab the elbow, stretch the shoulder, breathe. And switch sides. All right, we're going to come up onto our knees. And if you can, sit on your heels. If you don't like that, you can put a pillow between the knees and you're sitting on the pillow rather than on your heels. We're going to interlock the fingers and round the back. Drop the head. Round the back and breathe. 3 breaths. That's 1. All right. Bring the shoulders back. Put your hands behind your back. Interlock the fingers and straighten your arms. If the arms won't go straight, grab any piece of fabric or even your shirt or a belt, strap of some kind, and get those arms straight so you really feel the shoulder blades squeezing in. We're going to squeeze at the top of the shoulder blades, right below the neck. Squeeze and breathe. Let's squeeze in the middle. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze right in the middle. Breathe strong. Squeeze at the base of your shoulder blades. Squeeze them together right at the base. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Yes. And then slide that squeeze up and down. Strong squeeze. Slide it up, breathe in. Slide it down, exhale. Slide it up. Squeeze it down. One more time. And down. Relax the arms. Give yourself a hug. Which arm is on top? Open it up, put the other arm on top this time. All right, hands to your thighs. Slide onto the floor in front of your knees. Come up onto your knees, turn your toes under. This is a spicy pose. It's meant to be, so don't think you're doing it wrong. Turn your little toes to face forward like the other toes are. And take a minute to just feel the strength of your feet. This strap of fascia that runs from your heel towards your toes. It loves to be stretched. We're going to stretch it today. If this is getting too much for you, you can come down on your toes. And we're going to do the eagle arms. So arms are out to the side, cross the elbows, and wrap the forearms to the palms. Up and down breathing. Open it out. Crisscross the other way. Wrap the elbows and the forearms to the palms and fingertips. Up and down. Inhale up. Exhale down. All right. Come off those toes if you haven't already done so. And let's see if we can do a reach behind. Take the fingertips and reach. So your bottom arm starts at the waist and work your way up towards your shoulder blades. Your top arm starts at your neck and works its way down. If your fingers don't reach, again, just grab any piece of fabric or your shirt will work and use that as an extender. Most people can do it on one side but not the other, so almost everybody will need a strap on one side or the other. This is a lovely stretch for the tricep and the shoulders, but also the armpit. Try to lift through the spine, lift through the top of the head, lift through the top of that top elbow. All right, release, arms out to the side, roll the wrists, and now switch it around. The top arm comes up and drops back by your shoulder blades. The bottom arm stops at the bottom. If you can't find the connection between the fingers, that's where you use your piece of fabric or belt or strap and put it in your top hand, and then walk your hands up until you can grab the strap or the fabric. All right, align your spine, lift up through the top of the head. Feel the stretch in the tricep and in the armpit. 3 breaths, that's 1. And 1 more. All right, release. Beautiful work. Let's come on to all fours. So this is your table pose. Your back should be more or less straight. And since we worked our feet, let's see if we can bring the knees up, and let me show you what I'm doing here. Just jiggle your toes, jiggle your feet, let them be all loose there from the ankles. In and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. If this is too hard on your knees, you know you can use a pillow or a blanket under your knees. All right, I should have said that at first, sorry. Okay, we're going to bring strong arms and hands into this pose. The back is straight. Make sure your fingers have a lot of space between them and the fingertips are activated. They're pushing down, especially your index and your thumb. Drop the head and round the back up towards the ceiling. Drop your tailbone under. Arch your back like a cat. This is the cat pose. Remember, your fingers are working. Think of a cat scratching the upholstery. You don't like that when a cat does that. But you're doing it now. All right, we're going to come back to table, and then we're going to drop the middle of the back down. And lift the face, lift the tailbone, keep the arms strong and activated. Shoulders are not scrunching up in those ears, no. Push away. Let the middle of the back relax and sink. And then we'll go back to cat. And back to cow, sinking the back down, lifting the face and tailbone. Back and forth we go. Any speed is fine, whatever feels good to you right now. Breathe a lot. Breathe as you move. Maybe pick up some speed. Now that we're getting a little bit more loose. All right, bring those knees right under the hips. Wrists right under the shoulders. Extend your right arm out and your left leg out. Find balance and strength. I'm going to hold it for 20 seconds. If you feel unsteady, you can always drop that big toe down. If you feel strong, you can lift the heel a little higher. Same. Let's change sides. It's a pretty good warm-up. Feel that heart starting to pump hard. Let's change sides again. and change again. Hands down, knees down. Put your knees wide and your big toes touching. Sink back into wide-legged pose of a child. Allow your chest and your space to melt down into the floor. Take a rest. You're going to need it because we're going to do plank next, so take a moment to stay down as I turn myself around here. Hopefully you can see me. Got the limitations of my small guest room in my house and my camera on a stand, so I have to be careful how I arrange myself, that you, wherever you are, you're good. All right, we're going to do the plank now. We're up on our forearms, the low plank, forearms and toes turned under. While you're in this pose, think about stretching your heels, stretching the Achilles tendon. Keep breathing. Keep those hips low and strong throughout the whole core of the body. Keep breathing. 10 more seconds. Come on, we can do it. Almost there. Halfway there. 5 more seconds. All right, come on down. And let's turn over onto one side. You can kind of curl up with your knees bent and stacked, head resting on your shoulder or your upper arm, and catch your breath. Take that arm and reach it up overhead, like you're painting a rainbow in the sky with your fingertips. And as your hand comes down this time, let your legs, top leg stretch out and let it also go up as you inhale and down as you exhale. Inhale up. As far as you can go, whatever your range of motion is perfect. Work with your range of motion. If you don't work with what you have, you'll never be able to have a little bit more. The secret to being flexible is to work with your range of motion with gratitude and awareness and consistency. Let this be almost meditative, where your movement is completely aligned with your breath in and out. Don't anticipate. Be in the moment. Make this everything you're doing. Breathing. All right, now we're going to leave the hand up and let the leg come down. Bring the arm and leg up to touch at the top or crisscross, and then down as you exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. When you're going down, maybe you can put a little extra stretch when the arm is overhead and the leg is down. Make it a nice stretch right there before you bring it up again. Down, stretch. Breathing in, up, touch. Exhale down and stretch. All Alright, let's begin to bend the elbow and bend the knee and scrunch at the waist and reach through the heel of the hand and the heel of the foot. And pick the pace up. Let's go a little faster now. Exhale on the scrunch. You're feeling it in the hip, at least I am. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Catch the knee in front of your chest and lay it on the ground. Straighten out your other leg, your lower leg. Get it straight. And then bring this shoulder back and roll a little bit onto your back. The shoulder is not going to go all the way to the floor. Just relax your arms in any position that feels good. Your face is looking up to the ceiling. If that doesn't allow you to relax, then just look in the same direction as your top leg is bent. Whatever feels good so you can really relax. You deserve it. And then roll back into your original position where your knees are stacked and bent and your head rests on your shoulder. Give yourself a rub on the hip. Some thanks to your flanks. And then take a rest. Preparing to roll over to the other side. Okay, on the other side, head is resting on the shoulder or the upper arm on the bicep area. If that's not good for you, you can always put a little pillow there. Knees are bent and stacked. Upper hand rests on your hip. Again, with just the arm reaching up and over like you're painting a rainbow above your head and on the wall. Yeah, that's a little better. Now the leg stretches out and you're reaching with the foot and the hand, bringing them up as you inhale, down as you exhale. Breathe as you move as you breathe. Slow and steady, graceful, controlled, and completely connected between the breath and the movement. Slow and steady, meditative in every way. If your mind tends to wander and you start thinking about your to-do list or stuff that you did yesterday, just gently ask it to come back to your practice. Yoga is not so much about the pose as it is about the presence. The yoga you see on the outside is 20% at most. What's happening on the inside, your mind, your soul, your awareness, your gratitude. This is the real yoga. Breathe. All right, let's see if we can just bring the arm up this time, up and over. And then bring them up together to touch at the top or crisscross and down their separate ways as you exhale. Inhale, we bring it up, touch or crisscross. Exhale it down. remember when we could bring the legs and the leg and the arm down, we'll give a little extra stretch. Bring it up, crisscross, inhaling, bring it down, exhaling, and stretch at the end. Alright, let's see if we can put a bend in the elbow and the knee, bring it in, scrunch it, and reach through the heel of the hand and the heel of the foot, scrunch and reach, pick the pace up, and exhale on your scrunch. So reach and inhale, scrunch and exhale. Ten more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab the knee, lay it on the ground, straighten out that lower leg, and then turn your shoulders to be flat. They're not going to go all the way flat. Don't worry about that. Just let the arms flop into a comfortable position. And face is pointing either straight up at the ceiling or in the same direction as your top leg. Either way, whatever allows you total relaxation, let everything go now. Beautiful. Roll back into that original position. Sort of the fetal position, not quite tucked in all the way, but a little bit reminiscent of that. And then if you want, you can pound on that hip or just give it a gentle massage. Give some thanks to your flanks. And then when you're ready, we're going to roll onto the belly, rolling over. Let's put the hands right under the shoulders, fingers pointing forward, and elbows tucked in tight at your waist. Your forehead rests on the mat. Your legs are nice and sorted out straight. Toes are pointed and touching each other, the big toes touching. Imagine you're squeezing a wet sponge between your knees. Scrunch that sponge with your knees and squeeze the water out. Tighten up your legs. Tighten up your rear end. And then as your legs are strong and tightened together to protect your lower back, we're going to turn the head so the nose is on the floor, and then the chin is on the floor, and then you pick the whole head up for cobra, bring the body up. Even though your hands look like they want to push, there's no pressure in your hands right now. Just lift the shoulders and upper chest up. And continue to breathe. Low cobra, squeezing the back, squeezing the tailbone, squeezing the hips, squeezing the legs. Slowly coming down, all the way down. Shoulders come down, chin, nose, and forehead. Now relax. You can let your heels go out, toes pointing in. Arms can go wherever feels comfy. Take a few deep breaths. Maybe you feel that heart pounding on the chest against your yoga mat, pounding out all the gratitude in the world, pounding for love. Let's put the hands right under the shoulders again, fingers pointing up, elbows tucked in tight, squeezing the legs together, squeezing the buttocks together. Your forehead is on the mat. Then you turn the head so the nose drags across and then the chin drags across. Then the head is up, shoulders come up. Don't push with your hands, just allow the arms to be passive. Bring the body up as much as you can through the strength of your torso. And breathe. Beautiful strength in the core. Let your shoulders travel down away from your ears. Feel the shoulder blades shift towards your hips. And slowly we come down. Chest, shoulders, chin, nose, forehead. Take a rest. Arms can go wherever they feel good. Toes can point in, heels can go out. Let gravity win. Don't have anything happening in the body. Everything is just melting down into the floor. Let it go. Two more deep breaths. All right, let's come together again. Back into that original pose. Forehead on the mat, fingers underneath the shoulders pointing up. Squeeze the elbows into the waist. Squeeze the hips. Squeeze the legs together. Squish that wet sponge between your knees. Get the water out of it. And we're going to push with the hands this time, but we start the same way as the other two. We start with the low cobra. Forehead, nose, chin, and head is up. Shoulders come up. Upper chest comes up. And now you can push a little bit with those hands. We're not going to get the elbows straight. Just bring the body up a little bit more. Shoulders away from your ears. Shoulder blades traveling down towards your hips. Keep breathing. If you want, you can look around. Cobra looks around. And slowly coming down. Waist, rib cage, chest, shoulders, and go into a total relaxing pose now. With arms wherever feels good, legs apart slightly, toes turned in. And we're going to go back to our table position next. So come on up onto hands and knees. Let's cat and cow a few times to really wake the back up again. Take your time. Don't be in a hurry. Feel the moves. Breathe synchronicity with your movement. All right, take your left hand and we're going to travel, thread the needle right behind your right wrist all the way through. Bring the shoulder down to the mat, bring the side of your face down to the mat. Keep your right elbow high, right over your right wrist. And press slightly with that hand down. And you'll feel a nice, it's not really a stretch, but a compression, I guess, in the muscles underneath that right shoulder blade, which sometimes can be crampy. And this is a good way to connect with them. Thread the needle. Pushing against the right hand down onto the floor. Bring yourself back up and cat and cow a few times. I'm going to turn around. You don't have to. Cat and cow. Come back to a neutral back. Let's take the right hand this time, travel behind the left wrist. Bring the shoulder down to the mat and the side of the face down to the mat. Keep the left elbow over the left wrist, pushing down slightly to connect with that under the shoulder blade knot of muscles that so often needs a little attention. Beautiful. Push against the ground. Bring yourself back up and just cat and cow 3 more times. All right, come down to your forearms and we're going to stretch one leg out. Left leg first. Put the toes on the ground. The leg is straight, the left leg is straight, and you're just pushing back through the heel. Keep pushing. This is a static stretch for the Achilles tendon, the fascia in the bottom of the foot, and all the way up towards the knee, the back of the calf. Beautiful stretch. Keep pushing, keep breathing. More seconds. And then allow the leg to drift up. Let it go as high as it wants to go. Bring it down, touch the toes to the ground, pick it up, let it go as high as it wants to go. Down, and up, down, and up. Let's leave it up for a moment, bend the knee, and try and put your foot on the ceiling. Pulse it up. Keep going. All right, bring it down. Knees on the ground. Back to pose of a child for a rest. And then back up onto your forearms. Stretch the right leg out this time. Put the toes on the ground. Push back through the heel. Keep pushing and breathing for a static stretch. 30 seconds. Go. Really try to have a straight leg. Often I'll tell you if your leg isn't straight, it doesn't matter. But here I'd really like you to try to keep that leg straight so you get a great stretch in the back of the calf, Achilles tendon, through the heel and into the sole of the foot. Yeah. About 10 more seconds. Keep going, keep pushing, and keep breathing. All right, lift the leg up as high as it'll go. Bring it down slowly. Touch the toes to the floor. Bring it up and down. Up and down. Bring it up. Keep it up. Bend the knee. Try and put your foot on the foot ceiling. Stamp your foot up. Pulse it up. Up, up, up. Keep it going. Woo! Okay, bring it down. Pose of a child. Take a rest. And then push against the floor. Bring yourself up to the seated position on your knees. And we're going to shift around to seating on our hips. Open those legs out into a straddle. Any distance is fine. Whatever distance your legs are happy, that's great. Take a minute to just put your hands on the inside of your knees and roll the legs out so that the feet kind of go like that. Boom. And then back in, out and in. So we're pushing against the legs in the hip sockets, bringing it out and back, out and back. All right. Sit tall. Really connect your weight into those hip bones in the ground. Lift up to the top of the head and bring the arms up and overhead. Stretch tall, look up, wiggle the fingers and breathe. Blink your eyes a lot while you're doing this. Bring the arms out to the side, right over your legs, and reach one way and then the other. Allow the head to drop if you want, to one shoulder, then the other. Come back to the middle. Turn the palms up. Breathe in, lift. Palms out, push down all the way to your legs. Palms up, lift, breathe in. Palms out, push down. One more time. Palms up, breathe in. Prayer hands down slowly. Stop at your forehead. Let the thumbs touch the top of your forehead. Connect your straight spine straight up, all the way to the top of the head, lifting up. Think about that crown chakra. Just above the surface of your head is your crown, lifting up to heaven. Source of your inspiration, imagination, ideas, blessings, celestial joy. Drop your thumbs down to the nose, so your fingers, your index fingers touch your forehead, your nose, your thumbs rest on your nose. Here we consider our mind, our thoughts, our intellect, our beautiful brains, capable of so much learning and understanding. Let's bring the hands down to the throat, fingertips touching your chin, bow your head. The center of your communication, your throat, your power to communicate your ideas to the world, to be understood by others, to have an influence and effect in the world. Let's put the hands one over the other right at the heart. Consider your heart. Not just the muscle that's pumping blood through your body every single moment of your life, but also the source of all your emotions. They flow from your heart out into your mind like a spring of water bubbling up, feeding fresh emotions that surface on the top of your brain, influence what you think about. Stretch that spine straight. Let's reach up, breathe in, connect that root chakra right at your pelvis all the way up to the crown chakra. Reach up, breathe in, feel the connection. Tighten up your root chakra. Squeeze, breathe in, squeeze it up all the way to the crown, and down we come. Gratitude, joy, awareness, and love. Hands to the floor in front of you. Let's bend the elbows and stretch. You probably already feel a nice stretch in the inner thigh. As your body comes forward, you feel it more intensely, and then push back into your comfort zone. Stretch it down, push back. Do not overstretch. Do not go past your limits. Be aware of your limits. Be aware of what your body says, the wisdom of your body. Let's match our breathing to our movement. Inhale as you come up, exhale as you go down. Slow the movement down. Inhale up, exhale down. Let's go down and stay down wherever your limit is, your edge of your flexibility and your range of motion. If you want, you can come down on your elbows, or you can use a pillow or a bolster. Stay here. 30-second static stretch, starting now. And now that we've been patient, maybe you can come just a hair deeper into your stretch. Don't overdo it. Just allow yourself to sort of sink and relax, finding a new edge. Stay here for another 10 seconds. And then we push back halfway. Push back halfway. Walk your hands over to one leg. Bring your hands to either side of the knee and bow your head over the knee. If you want, you can reach for your foot. Stay here for a moment. Hands to the floor. Push yourself halfway up. Walk back to the middle. And bend the elbows down. Push back. Find your range of motion. All right, halfway up, walk your hands over to the other side. One hand on either side of the knee. Bow your head over the knee. Stay here and breathe. Reach for the foot if you like. Hands to the floor, push yourself halfway up and walk back to the middle. Bend the elbows down and up. Match your breathing to your movement. Exhale down, inhale up. All right, walk your hands back towards your hips and bring the legs in to cross-legged. Arms out to the side and allow them to just sort of move like palm trees blowing in the breeze. Everything is loose. Everything is easy. Bring the body straight and let the arms just move. Up and down. Up and down. Bring them in front. Up and down like you're pulling taffy. Both arms reach up, stretch it up, breathe in, prayer hands down. Let's go to a standing posture. Standing up. Let's do the mountain pose where we connect the soles of the feet, the arches of the feet, down and up, pushing down on the 3 points of each foot, the heel and the inside and outside of the toes. Push down, lift up, bring it up, bring it through the legs and up, bring it in to tuck your tummy in, lift your heart, shoulders back and down, lift your chin, roll the shoulders up and back and down. Arms out to the side and up. Sunrise on the mountain, arms down, sunset on the mountain. Keep the energy rising through the legs from the soles of the feet. Up and down. Keep the energy rising. Up. Keep the arms up. Just drop the right arm down. Let it hang. Look at it hanging. Reach the other side up. Tap your leg and walk your fingers towards your knee, stretching the body. Side of the body on the opposite side beautifully. Stretch. Keep your feet activated down to the mat, pushing those 3 points of each foot down, lifting through the arch, through the ankle, through the knees, through the thighs. And let's lift, slide the hand up the leg and lift, straighten it up. Reach up, breathe in. Left hand starts to drop down. Let it hang next to your leg. Look at it down there. Stretch the other side up. Tap your foot, tap your hand against your leg and walk your fingers down towards your knee, stretching the body over. Breathe air into that side. Enjoy the stretch. Slide the hand up the leg and both hands up, stretch it up, breathe in. Bend the knees, let's open the feet a little bit, let the toes point out slightly. Bend the knees and up. Hands can go to your waist or your hips and up, down and up, down and up. Let's shift it left and right. Pick one foot up and then the other. March. It's bigger than a march. Your knee is coming way up by your shoulder or by your chest. Swing the arms. Let's put a kick in there. Kick the foot out. I don't want to kick the camera, so I'll turn sideways. All right, put in a kind of movement you want. Be loose, be jiggly. Shake it all over. Do the hokey pokey. Hopefully you're feeling great now, ready for a great day. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I'll be here again on Tuesday, 10 o'clock St. Martin time, and the rest of you can figure out what time that is your own way. Thank you so much. I love you with all my heart, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.